Neighborhood diamond, neighborhood diamond, neighborhood diamond, neighborhood diamond. Represent diamonds in the rough for a while.
What can I say? I was raised like them. As a youngin', I was caught up in that maze like them. I knew better, but I chose to behave like them. Till I decided I could no longer be slaves like them. I wanted different, and so different is what I became. I seen things that made me wanna see change and refrain from all of the evil and ills, rushes and thrills in a city where the gleam of your grill can get you killed. Ain't think I was above it, just knew I wasn't of it. Stay true through all the hatred, my nigga, you got to love it. Not thuggin', but thuggin' in my peripheral shit. Between my partners and cousins, I had the visual trauma, empirical, a miracle I didn't see. When you see so many coming and going, it makes you think, what have I done to still be here and still see clear, knowing the end can still be near?
End of the day, we gon' all fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. End of the day, we gon' all fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. Oh well, oh well, oh well,
Oh well.
We was youngins on that east side, had the pretty fees sneaking out to show their sweet side. Way before they heard about the club, they know that V-Live. If I ain't learned nothing on the set, I know to keep quiet. If I ain't learned nothing on my block, I learned to keep my enemies close. Cause I'm kin from the rope, that's who sank in the boat. Planned it out when I couldn't buy a friend and I needed. Seen the magic in the soul. A lot of niggas ain't believe it, a lot of niggas ain't receive it. Just ignore the message, can't ignore the blessings. I was more than stressing. What's your words with no action? Let's get active. Pressure, 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 running please. How I practice. Industry, I'm mobbing like the streets. Just repackage knowledge is G. Power and numbers, dollars is key. Camaraderie deep, tied up. Knots on the sneaks and we done loaded all the bases. When I stepped up out the niggas, they say I sold out.
Fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. End of the day, we gon' all fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. Oh well, oh well, oh
Oh well.
Blank page is a phase that I can't fix. My ego too big to make a nigga change shit. And my whip too old, so I Billy Lane switch. And my bitch too cold, I spit heat but can't vent. Fuck your 2 cents. Back as a youth, knew I was a nuisance. Vision peak different, no time for the sneak disses. Say I want it, then I got it, nigga. But where I been a problem, nigga. Since a Tyler, I've been really mobbing. Nights with cloudy vision, tequila bathes my liver. Up at 5 a.m. I'm tripping. Young seeing shit that's different. Other night they took my nigga. Felt indifferent at times. Never listened, been blind with the blind leading my side. Thirst traps and menages still to the neck. Grind for my family and die about them. Late night tripping with clicks from the empty hollows. Soul deep as abyss. Going deep than a bitch. Keep a leash on my sense. Still releasing a bit.
End of the day, we gon' all fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. End of the day, we gon' all fade away. My body is gon' go, but my soul is gon' stay. I ain't playing, I'm grown now. People saying I sold out. Oh well, oh well, oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah. Welcome back, Free Play Radio. Shout out to Troy LLF for pulling up on me, man. You know, in crunch time. But we got Bryce Savoy in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
How you doing today, bro? This is our first time actually meeting, bro. I've been keeping up with you, bro, like for years, bro. So
likewise, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So thank you for the opportunity, bro.
Yes. So for the people that may be unfamiliar, where are you from, and how did you get into music?
Yeah, so Bryce Savoy, from East Oakland, California, and like I started in music, really since birth. My uncle, shout out my uncle, rest in peace, Unc G Nut. He was a part of 187 Fact, which was a faction with Spice One.
Okay.
Him and Spice One went to high school together, so they kind of like locked in from school, and then he did the music stuff. He had a group called Dingy that he did with his other cohort, and then from there, been mobbing ever since. And so as a young kid, they put me on, and just being around them, experiencing, soaking up the game, along with my cousin G Molly.
Okay.
That's how we just been going ever since then. So Unc put me in the studio 2003. I was 11 years old, and I've been since.
Do you remember your first rap?
Yeah, I do. I remember like the first maybe 4 or 5 bars. I still do have a song though, like the actual original song. The song was called Get Loony.
Okay.
I was in 6th grade, and so it was myself, Molly, and two of my other homies who was rapping with me at the time. So just been locked in ever since, honestly.
Okay, for sure. No, that's dope. And I feel like someone gave you like the tools at an early age.
Yeah.
Kind of like they seen something inside of you already, and if they didn't see it inside of you, they wanted you to see inside of yourself.
Absolutely, and it took time to do that, to see it inside myself, because I always had other passions in basketball, school. Yeah. So I had other stuff, that was occupying my time. But I always did music, and it never left me since then. So that's how I know this is the gift for me. Okay,
for sure. So Neighborhood Diamonds. Yep. Was that your first official project, or was that?
So yeah, that was my first official full-length project under Bryce Savoy.
Okay.
I had a different name prior to that, and that was I had a couple different projects, but I feel like this is I consider my first body of work, and so I presented it as such, and just kind of curating the sound, kind of feeling where I stand and who I am as an artist.
Okay.
This was like the first one I want to stand behind.
Okay, for sure. And what was the concept behind the title?
Yeah, so Neighborhood Diamonds, the concept, bigger than just a project. Neighborhood Diamonds is really a community that I created and I built, really just to shine some light in the world, man. It's so much darkness going on in the world, as you know, and everybody listening knows. And they say, people who are in darkness don't know where they're going, and so it's up for me in my community to kind of be that light, in hopes of encouraging and inspiring other people to let their light shine for the world to see. So that's what the overall overarching goal of Neighborhood Diamonds is, and then obviously continue to brand it and keep everything aligned.
Right.
You got the project Neighborhood Diamonds.
Okay, for sure. And I feel like just the aesthetic of the whole, like the project, from the lyrics, is like when you say the community part, it's like you put that in the music as well. Yep. So is it important for you to, as an artist, to kind of not like, let's not make it the cliche like live your raps, but it's like I definitely want to implement what I'm actually doing into the music. Yeah,
that was extremely important to me. Like prior, like I said, I've had like maybe 3 or 4 different artist names, like from 2003 till now, and I just decided to go with myself, my name, Bryce Savoy, in 2017. It just, everything, I just felt free. I just felt true. I could just be myself. Music and rap, more importantly, is built off these characters and these monikers, and people make millions of dollars off of it, which I respect and admire. But I knew for myself, in order for me to really give it my all and do it the way that I need to do it, I had to come in and be able to live as myself. So there's no separation of like Bryce Savoy, like Bryce is all the same person, whether I'm doing music, community work, or just being a son, a brother, all those different things. So that's really what it was for me.
Okay, for sure. So you got a record, Shine Your Light.
Yeah.
And that's off Neighborhood Diamonds.
That's off Neighborhood Diamonds, yeah.
What was the recording process like for that one?
Yeah, so Neighborhood Diamonds was great as well. It's a special project for me because I made it in the midst of COVID. COVID had just started. I think it was so mind you, I'm coming off of a 5-city tour right before, literally like the day that COVID pretty much hit, and it was just like a worldwide spread thing was on my birthday. So I was supposed to have my 5th and final stop at LA, but everything got shut down. We ended up doing it in my crib. Shout out everybody who pulled up. But after that, COVID hit and nobody knew what was going on, and so it took me months to kind of just figure out what's next? Like, what am I supposed to be doing in that time? Learned Pro Tools, learned how to really engineer and mix myself, and Neighborhood Diamonds was the first result of that. And so that Shine Your Light record actually is crazy because that was like the last record that I recorded on the project. Shout out T Wallace, and by that time I feel like I kind of had like listeners fatigue, so I recorded it, I laid it, and I was just like, I wasn't too sure about it, and I think I sent it to T Wallace, who produced it. And he was like, yeah, that's it, bro. And when it came out, that was one of the ones that everybody kept fucking with, and I was like, damn, I was kind of surprised.
Nah, that's one of the ones I really fuck with. I fuck with your shit, but these one of my ones, bro. I'm gonna get into my shit, the shit I fuck with. Sure. I'm gonna be honest with you. Love. But we about to get into it. Bryce Savoy, Shine Your Light.
Let's get it.
It's off the Neighborhood Diamonds project. Where can they find you at?
So I'm on all platforms, Bryce Savoy 510, and all streaming platforms as well, Bryce Savoy.
All right, let's get it. Bryce Savoy, Shine Your Light.
Yep.
Baby, listen to me, please.
Neighborhood Diamond, Neighborhood Diamond, Neighborhood Diamond. Represent diamonds in the rough for a while.
Yeah. I started this rap shit in 2003, y'all. 17 years later. Here we are. I'm at the Fashion District couple times a week. Executing visions, ain't no time to think. Flashing back to days when I ain't know my purpose. But look how far I came, shit was more than worth. When Nipsey Hussle died, it really touched my soul. Then Kobe Bryant died, I almost lost control. But that was not in vain because they paved the way. The blueprint that they laid is why I'm made today. I wake up every morning thanking God for life, and pray he give me strength to never dim my light. Even when I had no money, I still had the sight. With it all on the line, I still roll the dice. This world gon' let you down, so put your trust in self. Cause once you in the ground, it ain't nobody else. A man of many hats, no matter where I'm at. Planting all these seeds before I fade black. Nothing lasts forever, but y'all knew that though. If it won't take your people further, what you do it for? Winning every day, so we ain't keeping score. But we up in every way, just to let you know. I feel like if I'm living, then I gotta get it. And if I put my name on it, then I gotta feel it. A king who wears his crown, and y'all all a witness. Ain't no slowing down, I'ma go the distance. Just shine your light, yeah. Baby, just shine your light. My nigga, just shine your light. Be that light in the dark and shine bright. Let's go. Recording at the crib, I'm in another zone. Rapping engineer, I did it on my own. The independence way, I had to set the tone. Meet me at the clouds, and that's word of tone. I never wanted clout, I just want respect. Fuck the middleman, I'm getting mine direct. Put one in the air to minimize the stress. Heavy on the grind until the lines connect. Meeting after meeting, I'm plotting and building. Mapping out this wealth for my future children. I ain't satisfied if I can touch the ceiling. Thankful I'm alive, it could all be different. Gotta stay consistent, this shit about persistence. Avoided all they traps, I'm not a statistic. Fuck did you expect, I'm running the business. Better come correct if we talking logistics. It's just different on a mission to enriching everything I get my hands on. My word I stand on. So if I land wrong, I'm still okay. Know that I'ma be that light till I fade away. Just shine your light, yeah. Baby, just shine your light. My nigga, just shine your light. Be that light in the dark and shine bright. Let's go. T Wallace on the beat, make the beat.
Hey, yeah, hey, Toad, we gotta tell them how this game go. I used to run the city in a GT coupe. Got repossessed, I was hurt. I quit my job, I was working. Invested in myself, I was certain. Knew that I would blow. Took a risk, 5K into a show. Lost 1,500 at the door. So, see when you a boss, is how it go. Bitch, I lost everything but hope. Talk about growth. In the deep end, tryna float. Feel like I'm in the snow without a coat. Nigga, you ain't know. This is the type of shit they don't show when there's only 5 people at your show. What would you do? I was backstage turning blue in the face cause I let down the crew. Let down the who? You can only let down you. Take notes, I'ma tell you what to do. Pick yourself up, dust that shit off your shoulders. Get yourself together, you the closer. Breathe, gain your composure. Bitch, it ain't over till it's over. I used to roam the city in the GT coupe. Ayy, got repossessed, I was hurting. Yeah, I quit my job, I was working. Invested in myself, I was certain. Knew that I would blow, took a risk, 5K into a show. Lost 1,500 at the door. So, see when you a boss, that's how I go. Bitch, I lost everything but hope.
Look, take a couple losses just to cherish a win. Feel like you drown until you learn how to swim. Took the last that I had and invested it in. I got faith in my hustle, I invested again. I put 7 in the merch, 15 in the stocks. Still a couple pickles up, put them in the box. They ain't wanna let us in, we start picking the locks. Work smarter, not harder, how you get to the top. Shooting high percentage shots, let me get to my spot. Make sure your T got a cross and your I got a dot. Get a team that believe, put the price in the pot. Stay cool under pressure, live life on the rocks. And they
used to roam the city in a GT coupe. Ayy, got repossessed, I was hurting. Yeah, I quit my job, I was working. Invested in myself, I was certain. Knew that I would blow, took a risk, 5K into a show. Lost 1,500 at the door. So, see when you a boss, that's how I go. Bitch, I lost everything but hope.
Yeah. Welcome back, man. Free Play Radio. That was GT Coupe, LaRussell and Tope featuring One More N8. But we got Bryce Savoy in the building.
Yes, sir. We in it. We in here, man.
Definitely. I gotta ask you, what's the best part of being an artist to you?
The best part of being an artist, I would think, just for me, just is to create like really just seeing like the ideas that you have in your head come to life and then having them received in the way that you intended for them to be received. I think that's like the most rewarding part, and then also to kind of like see people who are affected by it and inspired by it in person and kind of reciprocate that energy and that love.
No, definitely.
I think that's the dopest part, honestly.
Okay, for sure. So I gotta ask you, being from Oakland, what did you grow up listening to?
Being growing up in Oakland, man, I listened to everything. Of course, at that time in my like formative years, the hyphy movement was very big. So of course E40, of course Mac Dre, Kick the Sneak, the Team, who else? The Federation, Messy Marv, Shady Nate, the whole Live Wire campaign. Everybody from all different sides of the Bay Area, not just Oakland, but of course home base. 3 Times Crazy was a big influence in my life, especially like a lot as a kid, but like especially even more now as an adult.
Right.
I appreciate that shit way more now. So
because you have a different understanding of the music. Yeah. Because as a kid, you more so it moves you, right, but it hits you different once you like become an adult and you've actually gone through some of the things that the artists were talking about.
For sure. And just to kind of, like you said, know that these people came and walked like the same streets, the same paths, been to, frequent the same spaces that I did. It made a profound impact on me. So all of those, I was listening to everybody.
Okay. So I feel like throughout your music, there's an independence narrative, like, and you implement that really well and cohesively to where it's not like necessarily like you wear like a badge of honor, but it's not as like cliche as some people try to make it seem. You feel me? Like you believe in yourself, and that's why you independent, not because you don't necessarily want to fuck with nobody. It's like, nah, I just believe in myself this much.
Facts.
So where did that foundation come from?
Man, you hit that right, the nail right on the head. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. I think that just comes from over time, and just I put a lot of time, energy, money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and sweat equity into this art form, and necessarily not seeing it pay off financially. And so it was like, okay, let me really kind of like business up, wisen up, and really get smart and learn the game as much as possible, and know that with that knowledge and that information, that's everything. That's really what it comes. That's really what it's all about. And then also creating leverage for myself because of this information, and presenting that to the world. So it starts with music, but like you said, it's just a belief in self in all areas of your life. So I know a lot of people that support this independence movement, and they're not in the music industry, or they might not be like heavy consumers to music or even my music, but they believe in that idea of being independent and being free in what you do and being able to set your own terms and live life in the way that you want it to. And so that's really what's really important for me. That's what I want people to take away from the movement more than anything else. And like you said, I see now, and I was, years ahead of that, 3 steps ahead. But I see now that independence is kind of being waved. It's getting oversaturated into everybody wanting to, take on that energy, which is great. But it's like, we come from this. I come from the Bay Area independent mindset. So by nature, that's what I'm adopt.
Built for it.
Yeah, built for it, 100%.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's how I look at it.
No, that's beautiful. How do you feel about, direct to consumer? Like as far as the music goes?
Yeah, I think that's very, very key. And for me, I think my most recent example of who I always look to, and I've said it in a lot of different interviews, and people who know me know, Nipsey Hussle was a pioneer in a lot of ways of that. But then you take into consideration people like E40, Too Short, Master P, like the independent game in the Bay Area. And so I think directing consumer is everything, because it's like, you take away the consumer, you don't really have anything. You have the art, but you need somebody to, digest it and sell it and consume it, right? Yeah. So that's why that shit is important. And I think also a lot of these corporations, a lot of these platforms, at the end of the day, they're there to make money. So the whenever that comes a time when they feel like they're not making a return on their investment, when they haven't netted any income after, these annual projections and talking to these shareholders, if it ain't, financially viable for them, you're going to see a shift. And so my thing is like trying to be prepared for that, because you have to put let's be real, in order to kind of be accessible and get your music consumed, you have to put it everywhere. But at the same time, you gotta have a way for people to come directly to you and get some type of interaction and exchange. That could be music, that could be merchandise, that could be knowledge and wisdom as well. And so I look at that, and that's very, very important to me, for sure.
No, definitely. Just speaking of the music, you have a record off the latest project, King Diamond.
Yes.
It's called Granny Said.
Yeah, that's a special one.
The title is kind of self-explanatory in a sense, but what does the record mean to you?
Man, that means everything, and it means so much more now that my grandmother, shout out my granny, just passed away a couple weeks ago. And so I had made that song about a couple of months ago, and last year sometime. And if you listen to the excerpt, a lot of it, me and my grandmother having a conversation. My grandmother suffered, before she passed away, from dementia and Alzheimer's. And she would have, bro. Thank you, appreciate it. And she would definitely have moments of, being there and kind of making sense. And then most of the time it wasn't. So I happened to catch her at a good time. And so just that song, from her excerpt to what I'm kind of detailing in the song, is just a journey of spirituality, of growth, and just overall love for the man above. And so this is special, because she introduced me to God. So it's dedicated to her. Shout out Granny.
Definitely, bro. Shout out to your grandmother, bro.
Thank you.
I definitely want to get into this record though. It's one of my favorite records, just because, and I'm not trying to make this interview about me at all, but I didn't grow up with my grandmother.
Damn.
Like she passed when I was like 5. I had another grandmother that passed when I was 2. So hearing, like, I live vicariously through other people with grandparents, honestly.
Damn,
so just hearing this song and being able to like experience what you experienced at the same time, it was like, it touched me in a way that I have to play it, bro.
That's powerful.
Definitely, bro. So I want to get into it. Granny Said, Bryce Savoy, off his latest project, King Diamond.
Let's get it.
A person like you who make a big difference in people's lives. When you're not going to how much money you can make off of them. Anything I sell, I want to make sure money off of it. Otherwise, I don't have to sell it, because that's how I pay for it. But that's not the right way. But I'm just saying, anything you can do, and then serving the Lord like you do as a young man, that is amazing. It's amazing.
People say they want the old me, be the same ones that barely even know me. No amount of pressure can control me, and no amount of money can console me. 03 was the year niggas started this. Put me in the booth and I've been on it since. It don't gotta make a dollar to make common sense. The gems I'm giving worth some billions, baby, ownership. I'm tryna own this shit while they tryna get on it. Fuck the listening alone and thanking God for every moment. Just when I think I'm at my strongest, I get stronger. The hours getting longer, my stomach growling from hunger. Sometimes I wonder if my life really real. Either I'm coming or I'm going. I can never sit still on this hill, tryna build something bigger than self. So no complaining, play the cards that I'm dealt. You better know it, nigga. Granny said don't ever lose your faith. Granny said that God gon' make a way. Hallelujah, amen. Every day and every night I pray, cause Granny said we gon' see better days. Hallelujah, amen. My On my front and my back, dodging each and every trap as I walk through the valley of death. Get these feelings off my chest, lead with love and do my best. Let my maker take control of the rest. Early morning watching sermons with my granny, yeah. Don't know your purpose, you won't never understand me. Built an ark before the rain ever came. So uncanny, fucked the world so many times, and for so long I used the plan B. I was afraid of giving birth to my gift till I got wrapped up in his presence. Oh, how quickly it shifts. Shining bright with no ice on my wrist. So when you see me, know it's more than the glitz. It's gonna take more than some fits. Being thrown and true colors being shown to ever get me out my fucking zone. I'm going strong, the pressure's on, so you know just how a diamond do. Hard to be humble when that lion is inside of you. Somehow I knew it would come to this. Put my mind on independence and been gunning since. VIP behind these limo tents. If I don't feel it, then I can't commit. This shit is heaven sent. Yeah. Granny said don't ever lose your faith. Granny said that God gon' make a way. Hallelujah, amen. Every day and every night I pray. Cause Granny said we gon' see better days. Hallelujah, amen. On my front and my back, dodging each and every trap as I walk through the valley of death. Get these feelings off my chest, lead with love and do my best. Let my maker take control of the rest. This song is dedicated to Isabel Payne Brown, aka my grandma. Taught me a lot throughout this lifetime, but most importantly, she introduced me to God. For that, I'm forever grateful. Love you, grandma. Love you, grandma. You're your favorite grandson.
Yeah, welcome back, Free Play Radio. That was Granny Said, bro. That was really, bro. Just hearing it even in the studio. I was hearing it in the AirPods yesterday. Yeah. You feel me? Like, just hearing it in the studio, loud. Bro. Hearing it out loud like this, bro. Just shout out to your grandma just for instilling, faith in you, instilling perseverance. I'm pretty sure it comes with all of that.
All of that, everything. So shout out Granny, because without that, man, I would not be here talking to you today for sure. So major, and rest in peace to my grandmother. Love you, grandma.
Oh, definitely. The black neighborhood.
Yep.
What does that mean to you?
Man, that's everything, man. It's really a community for our people that's worldwide. I mean, the history, and us living and growing up in America, it wasn't designed for us, and it will never be designed for us. There's a lot of foundational structural stuff that needs to be addressed, and 400 years later it hasn't. And so because of that, we're just trying to create the world that we see, like that we want to see, the society that we want to see for our people. And so we just a worldwide community of love, of empowerment. We know the bad, the negative parts of ourselves as black people. We trying to highlight the positive, the good parts of ourselves. And so that's all we do, man. And TBN's been operating since 2016. We're 501c3. Shout out to my team, Corey, KJ, Uzo, and everybody that's played a part in getting us to where we at today. But that's the gist of it all for sure.
No, definitely. And how can people get involved that may be interested? I know y'all do the hikes.
Yeah. So to your point, because a lot of people ask us that. It's like, you get involved by just showing up. Just show up. Just pull up. Every event that we have, you're welcome. If you see it, slide, meet us, build a connection with us, get to know us. You may know a lot of us already because we grew up in this environment and from this, from the Bay Area. But other than that, man, just pull up, man, and we can kind of build from there. We at the point now where we are slowly but surely kind of getting our foundational stuff in order, completely airtight, so that we can kind of start adding more people to the team on a more of a personal level. But whatever, and if you could find a way to help and show up, just pull up. But the starting point, the entry point is just coming to an event.
Right.
Matter of fact, while we on the radio, let me plug that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
This Saturday, we actually having our TBN hike number 16 in the Bay Area, Dunn Trail. It's out here in the Bay Area. So if you're free, if you listening to this, if you watching this live, pull up. And come hike with us, man. We hiking in honor of Black Mental Health Matters, man. But it's just like a networking thing now too. People come and meet people that they met at the hike. Now they doing business, or they just connecting, hanging out. So that's what it's all about, just building community and whatever we do. So
and it's like conducive to your health too. Going on the hike, you kind of you kind of killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
And then you meeting new people, and You know, you kind of, you know, you self-evaluation when you hike, and you might be like, man, I don't know if I can make it the rest of this. And, you know, you got this camaraderie, and you see everybody else, you know, they encouraging and shit like that. So that's definitely just important to have that community of people.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. And so what better way can you do that with, you know, your people who, you know, share the same struggles, share the same pain, share the same grief as you. And so we do that together, man. We like to say we don't have, you know, safe spaces outside of the spaces that we create.
Yeah.
To be able just to exist, to emote, to be ourselves, to laugh, to have fun, to talk shit, whatever you want to do.
Right.
So that's what we providing, man. Shout out to everybody. TBN.
So as far as the music and just your artistry goes, what can we expect from you coming up, and do you have anything that you want to promote that's, you know, that you got in the works? Yeah,
artistry wise, musically, man, I'm just in a space of just building my catalog. A lot of the artists that I study, a lot of the artists that, you know, I'm inspired by, they're being able to thrive, especially in this time, off their catalog, and just creating bodies of work. I'm not a single, put out a single every 3-4 months artist. I'm a project artist. I like to create something cohesive, a body of work, take my time, release it to the world, and have it be received, man. I'm in it to make timeless music, and so that's what I'm gonna continue to do. I know for myself that I have a lot more that I want to show and prove to the world, and so disrespect intelligent town music. That's the type of music that I make, and continuing to just get it out there, man. So just show love, whatever you see, if you're inspired by, support it and share it, man, and I'll take care of the rest.
Okay, for sure. I love that, bro. It's beautiful. But you know, when you come to Free Play Radio, we expecting some bars.
Okay.
Are you down to spit for us today?
Let's get it.
Okay, for sure.
Let's get it.
We got Bryce Savoy in the building. He about to drop some heat for us, man. Let's get it.
Let's work. Yeah. We worldwide, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, yo, Jack.
Carving out a lane for my coast. Legend in the game, I'm a GOAT. Yeah. I do my thing for my folks. And tell me what's a wave to a boat. Yeah. I'm closer than I ever been. Yeah. I'm closer than I ever been. Damn. I'm closer than I ever been. Swear a nigga so close. My plan been the same since I came in. What? Do this shit my way and let my gang in. You buy everything they selling, you a slave then. They know anything I tell them is a straight gym. Sink or swim, won't break a bend, fuck who I offend. Had to get it on my own, they wouldn't let me in. Now I'm here with hella vision and it's crystal clear. I'm my #1 fan, you ain't gotta cheer. Drive and steer, never veer, I keep switching gears. They talking down, I'm in the clouds like a fucking leer. Flying past the hate and the snakes. Bitch, I'm doing good cause I'm great, yeah. My own race at my pace and I vow to never stop. I don't care how long it takes, no. Forever grateful for the game that was laced. Plus my drive and my faith, reason why I'm here today, come on. Carving out a lane for my coast. Legend in the game, I'm a GOAT, yeah. I do my thing for my folks. And tell me what's a wave to a boat, yeah. I'm closer than I ever been. I'm closer than I ever been, damn. I'm closer than I ever been, shit. Swear a nigga so close. Look, picture me rolling to a distant land. The bluest ocean and the purest sand. Queen in my lap, the world in my hands. It ain't no secret, that's the fucking plan. No vision, you won't understand. Said it before, I'ma say it again. Bred and raised in East Oakland, you can't comprehend. Nah, so many dreams that I had to defend. Always saw the bigger picture, had the sharpest lens. You know, I won't pretend I had it all figured out, but I promised to myself I would take a different route, yeah. Count your blessings, but don't ever count me out. Cause the fact that I'm still breathing show you what a nigga about. For real, even with doubts, I manifested this life. Now success is in my sight, and that's word of Jesus Christ. I'm up in the price, cause I really had to fight just to have my independence. And keep suckers out my business, for real. Look, Free Play Radio, man.
Hey, man.
Shout out my boy Scino for the opportunity. Keep this shit going. We worldwide with it, baby. Look, hey. Carving out a lane for my coast. Legend in the game, I'm a GOAT. Yeah. I do my thing for my folks, And tell me what's a wave to a boat, yeah. I'm closer than I ever been, yeah. I'm closer than I ever been, yeah. Said I'm closer than I ever been, damn. Swear a nigga so close. Shout out Jack City Beats on the beats, man. Shout out everybody tuned in. We worldwide with this shit.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Bryce Savoy in the motherfucking building, bro.
Appreciate the opportunity, for real, for real.
No, it's top. You want to let the people know where they can follow? But first of all, I got hella other questions that we ain't even get to get into, so I definitely got to have you back.
Yes, sir.
On another episode, bro.
Got to come back.
No, definitely,
mandatory,
bro.
Mandatory.
But yeah, no, where can the people find you?
Yeah, so everybody can find me. Bryce Savoy 510 on all platforms. Bryce Savoy on all streaming platforms as well, man. Check me out, stream it. If you like it, share it. All of that great stuff, man. Thank y'all for supporting my independence. I'm a neighborhood diamond, representing diamonds in the rough worldwide, forever Oakland, the black neighborhood, all that great stuff.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you pulling up. Shout out All In Radio. Shout out Troy that left, you feel me? We got a little excerpt from him. Shout out Burns. This is another edition of Free Play Radio. It's your boy Scino. I'm about to get into another record from Bryce Savoy. It's called Acting Blind. I was going through his catalog yesterday. And I just picked my favorites.
That's what's up.
Let's get it.
Neighborhood diamonds. Represent diamonds in the rough for a while.
I be in the field with it. It's hard for me to deal with it. She's a breadwinner, hair spinner. Guaranteed to get ahead with her. Go figure, she don't need a thing from no nigga all on her own. But even still, she be feeling alone. Late nights at home, she on the phone tryna peep. Bands off the brand for the past month. Last year I was broke, guess I'm moving up. Paying dues every day, shit is adding up. Making moves in every way, can never have enough. Like a lux, it's a rush that can't be explained. But if you know, then you know, baby, that's the game. Stayed in my lane, never switch, never slow down. Glad I did, cause it's clear on that road now. Homebound, a legend within my hometown. No time for waiting, gotta take it round the globe now. They was never trying to build with me, but how them niggas gotta deal with me. See, one thing about them tables is they always turn. So if you don't embrace the lesson, you won't ever learn. Lying to yourself till you crash and burn. If it don't involve the vision, it ain't my concern. Go hustle each and every day, hustle each and every day. Coming each and every way, coming each and every way. I don't know what else to say, I don't know, yeah, no. But a nigga here to stay one more time, look. Hustle each and every day, hustle each and every day. Coming each and every way, coming each and every way. I don't know what this for you, I don't know, yeah, no. But a nigga here to stay.